Hi guys, Casper MMA here, and today we're back with another OKTAGON predictions video on the channel. Today giving my predictions for OKTAGON 70, Krištofič versus Humburger. Now before I get into this week's card, I want to talk about the last card we did a predictions video for. That was OKTAGON 69. It didn't go too well. I'm pretty sure it was one of my worst cards to date on predictions. It wasn't great. I'm pretty sure I picked like a good 3 or 4 underdogs. I thought I had some good chance and it didn't pay off. I thought I could found some good value. Yeah, they didn't win. And some of the favourites I picked, which I thought were dead set, didn't win either. So we're moving on. We got the last the last 4 or 5 fights right on the card, which I was happy with, but the prelims didn't go too well. But we're bouncing back this week. It looks a good card, and I'm ready to give my predictions for it. But before I do that, make sure if you guys aren't already subscribed and you're enjoying this content, you go down below and hit that subscribe button. It's free and it's much appreciated. So we jump straight into this card. We have 10 fights on it, and we kick things off with the first fight of Mateusz Strzelczyk versus Mateusz Duczmal. Now, you're going to realise I'm going to butcher every single name on this card, so that's just the beginning. What the hell is his name? Strzelczyk, he's Polish, 14-1 record, so he has as many losses as he had wins, so I guess it's not a losing record, but not the greatest record I've ever seen. To be fair, he's 34, getting on a bit. He's had many fights, to be fair. He's been KO'd many times. He's got 8 losses by KO. He's quite chinny, I can't lie. There was a period of time he got finished 3 times in a row. He's got a few wins recently, to be fair. His last 2 fights was a no contest and a broken leg loss to Rafael Xavier. But before that, he was on a decent run. He had a 3-fight winning streak, all by finish. Some decent wins in there as well, like Montagnac. But yeah, he does get finished quite a lot in his career. A lot of his 14 wins have been finishes. Mateusz Duczmal, on the other hand, 3-1 in MMA. He looks pretty good. He did lose his first fight to Jay McDonald, who is not too bad. I'm pretty sure he's in Cage Warriors, Scottish man. But since then, he's been on a 3-fight win streak. Not against the greatest of opponents, but he has shown he's pretty good. 3 finishes in them, 3 KOs. So, I do like Duczmal. And I think he gets the job done here. We've seen Strzelczyk. What am I even saying, man? We've seen he's quite chinny. He's been KO'd a couple of times. I'm going to go with Duczmal to get the KO. Now, moving up the card too. Siwiec versus Khajevand. Now, Khajevand from Iran, 8-4 record. He's 3-1 currently in OKTAGON. His only loss coming to David Sawada via round 3 submission. Before that, his other loss was to Will Fleury, who's quite a good fighter, but he's got some decent wins, to be fair. In OKTAGON, he's got he's finished all of his fights in OKTAGON as well. 2 by rear naked choke, 1 by KO. So I think he looks a decent fighter. His opponent, Siwiec, is 9-4. Pretty similar record, to be fair. 1 more win than his opponent. But in the OKTAGON, he's not doing so well. He's 1-3. 3 losses. All of his fights in the OKTAGON have gone to decision. Lost his split decision. His first fight to David Cosma, who's a decent fighter, to be fair. But he's on a 2-fight losing streak at the minute as well, both by decision. And I feel like it's going to go the same way here. I do think that it's going to go to decision, and it's going to go to Khajevand. Now, moving up the card too. Roušal versus Karol Kutyła. Now, I don't know if I said that right. He's got a weird line through the L. Don't know what that means. But Karol Kutyła, 8-7, 29 years of age, Polish man. He has not the best record recently. He's been in many promotions. He's been in OKTAGON before. Lost to Paulus by decision. Then was in the Cage Warriors. Got KO'd by Luke Riley. So he's been fighting some decent opponents, to be fair, but not been doing too well. He's been finished quite a few times. Won a few fights, then lost his last one by decision. So he's not the best fighter in the world. His opponent, Roušal, is 3-2 in MMA, 5-1 in boxing. He's done a bit of Muay Thai as well. I like him as a fighter. He's quite good. He did get subbed in his last fight by Jack Maguire, the Irish guy, but he had 2 wins by decision. 1 win by decision, and then he's had a couple wins by decision in OKTAGON. 1 loss by decision as well. So he's not the worst fighter. Roušal, I do think he has got more quality to beat Kutyła. I don't think Kutyła is the best fighter, so I'm going to go Roušal to get the decision. Now, moving up the card too. Mallory Martin versus Eva Dourthe. I've definitely said that wrong. But this is for the strawweight championship. Mallory Martin has the belt. She just beat Doulthe in her last fight to get the belt. She did obviously lose to Doulthe once by decision, but she came back, won a few fights, then got the belt in her last fight in Octagon 62. She's a decent fighter. She was obviously in the UFC for a little bit. Lost to like Jandrioba, Viana, some decent fighters in there. But she did have one win as well. Eva Dourthe, on the other hand, French woman, 9-6 record. Is on a winning, won her last fight, 1-fight winning streak. Before that, she actually lost to Doulthe for the belt in Octagon. So she's lost to Doulthe twice in her career, whereas both these fighters have fought Doulthe twice in their career, but Mallory Martin is the only one to get a win over her. So I'm going to back Mallory Martin to defend a belt here, and I think Martin gets the decision. Now, moving up the card too. Daniel Škvor versus Mark Doussis. Now, Škvor, 8-4, Czechoslovakian fighter, is 36 years of age, but he's still a pretty good fighter at that age. He did get a round 1 sub in his last fight to Zovac. Before that, he was subbed as well. But he's his last 4 fights, he's won 3 of them. It's not too bad. 2 of them coming by finish as well. He did get KO'd in 2022. But I mean, he's not had too many losses, to be fair. I mean, in the Octagon, he's 7-4. So he's not a bad record. Mark Doussis, on the other hand, is 9-4. Not a bad record. German man. Is currently 1-2 in Octagon. Lost his last 2 fights to Scott Askham and Pavel Lange. Was KO'd in one, went to decision in the other. Did win his first fight in Octagon by submission, but his last couple of fights have been like loss win. He had a bit of a winning streak. He was 6-0 at one point, but it's not gone 7-0 I think, but it's kind of gone downhill since then. So I do think that Škvor is going to get this job done. He is quite old now. He's 36, but I still think he's got it in him to get this job done. And I reckon Škvor gets the KO. Now moving up the card too. Andrzej Kalašnik versus Mate Kertész. Now, I've butchered both of their names there. But Kalašnik, yeah, I think that's how you say it. Kalašnik, 12-5. From Czechia. He is on a 2-fight winning streak. Won by decision in his last fight. I'm pretty sure I remember picking him to win that one. Then he won by KO in round 1. Before that, did get KO'd by Stoles though. He's got a few losses, a few wins in Octagon. I mean, he's had quite a lot of fights. 12 fights, 8-4. Mate Kertész, on the other hand, he's from Hungary, 15-8 record, 32 years of age. He's 10-7 in Octagon, so also has many fights. I mean, he's been in the Octagon since 2018, so he's been around a while. He's gone to decision in most of his fights, but he has got a few finishes in there, submissions, some KOs as well. So I do think this should be a good fight. This is a very close fight as well. Both these guys quite similar opponents style-wise and stuff. So I'm going to go with Kertész to get this job done, and I reckon he gets the decision. Now moving up the card too. Piotr Wawrzyniak versus Marek Mazuch. Now, I don't know what word I just said there. That was not like what this is. Wawrzyniak, the Polish man. We can just call him Piotr because that's a lot easier. He's 13-6 in MMA. I mean, he came to Octagon, won the interim belt against Čepo, who is also fighting on this card. Then lost the title fight against Kinkel by submission, but he's a quite dangerous fighter. I mean, he's got 8 wins by KO. He is pretty good. He was on like a 3-fight KO streak when he won the belt in Octagon. Then he won his last fight by split decision, which I think I predicted him to win that. I can't remember if I was making predictions at that point. I've honestly, they've all blended into one now. I've kind of just remembered some fighters and not others. But his opponent, Marek Mazuch, is 9-2, so he's got a decent record. The younger fighter as well, he's 29 years of age. On a 3-fight winning streak, to be fair, in Octagon. He's got all 3 wins coming by KO as well. Before that, he had lost twice by finish as well. But he's a decent fighter, to be fair. 4-2 in total in Octagon. But yeah, so I can probably see a finish happening in this fight. But I don't think that he's going to be able to KO Piotr. I mean, he's never been KO'd in his career so far. So I reckon that Piotr Wawrzyniak is going to get the finish here. And I reckon he's going to get the KO. Now, moving up the card to Ion Surdu versus Krištofič Jotko. Now, why does everyone have to have a hard Polish name? I can't pronounce these, man. Jotko is 25 and 6, 35 years of age. 17 of his wins have come by decision, so that's kind of quite a lot, to be fair. He's did win his last fight in a different promotion by KO. He was in the UFC for a while. He had 11 wins and 6 losses while he was there. I mean, to be fair, he had some decent wins, losing to like his last couple of fights, lost to Sean Strickland, Brendan Allen, who are pretty decent fighters, to be fair. He went to PFL, lost to Will Fleury, which was overturned to a no contest. Ion Surdu, on the other hand, he's Moldova, 16 and 6 record. He's 29 years of age, so he is the younger fighter. Most of his wins come by KO. He's had 12 in his career. His last 2 fights in Octagon, both wins by KO. Would beat David Kozma, good win, and then just beat Brito in his last fight by head kick in round 1. So that was very impressive. Did lose by armbar before that, but he's got some decent wins in his career. I do like him as a fighter, and I do think he wins this fight. I think Surdu is going to come in here, the younger fighter. He's going to look better, and Surdu is going to get the KO. Now, moving up the card to the co-main. Vlasto Čepo versus Erhan Kartal. Now, I don't know how you say his name. I'm not Serbian, so Vlasto Čepo. I don't know how you say that, but he's 12 and 3 in total. Is a decent fighter. Did lose his last fight, however, to Wawrzyniak, who just spoke about, who I've just picked to win. But before that, he's got some decent wins. He was on a bit of a winning streak. Before that, like a 4-fight winning streak, all by finish. So he's a pretty dangerous man, to be fair. I mean, literally, like he's only had like 1 fight go to decision, and he lost it. So he's a very dangerous fighter. Probably going to see a finish in this fight. I'm predicting Erhan Kartal from Austria, 12 and 2. So not too dissimilar records there. Did lose his only fight in Octagon to David Zawada by round 1 doctor's stoppage. Before that, he lost to Christian Jungwirth, but he's on a 2-fight win streak at the minute. 1 win by decision, 1 win by KO. So he's doesn't look too bad of a fighter, but I don't think he's going to be at the level that Čepo is going to be at. So I think Čepo is going to get this done, and I reckon he gets a submission. Now, moving up the card too. Samuel Krištofič versus Dominik Humburger. Now, Samuel Krištofič, 17 and 6 record, 35 years of age, is on a 1-fight winning streak. Won a performance of the night bonus over his KO of Vemola in his last fight in round 1. Before that, he did lose a round 1 stoppage himself, but he did have the belt. I think it was the interim middleweight belt back in 2021. Lost to Patrick Kinkle. Seems a common occurrence, people winning the interim belt and losing to Kinkle in the title fight. But I think he's a decent fighter, to be fair. He's had quite a few wins, quite a few losses in his career. I mean, in Octagon, he's 11 and 5 in total. His opponent, Dominik Humburger, does have a more impressive record, to be fair, 9 and 2. He's a younger fighter as well, 29 years of age. Lots of his wins coming by KO, 7 of them. I mean, started off his career, he was 7 and 0, with pretty much most of them wins coming by KO. Then he lost to a decision, and since then he's had 2 wins by and then 1 loss. So he's a decent fighter, definitely dangerous man. Quite a few KOs. I mean, he's already won this year by decision in KSW. So I reckon this could go either way. I mean, both these guys look really good, but I'm going to go with Krištofič to get this job done. I mean, he's proven it in the Octagon before. He's a pretty good fighter, and I reckon he gets the decision. So there we have it. There are my picks for Octagon 70. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with any of my picks. And that's all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed it, maybe leave a like, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.